Well, YouTube, welcome back, my friends, once again to Jack's Photo and Tech. Today we're going to look at, I'm sure the title gave it away, is selective coloring and how we can come up with a photo such as what you're seeing on your screen right now. So let's go ahead. We're going to start off simply by going up. I'm going to revert this picture. So let's see if I can revert it. Take it all the way back to where I was. Okay. This is exactly what I started with. When I first started looking at this picture, this happens to be a waterfall. I was with my wife at the Finger Lakes in New York, and we were going around, traveling around, checking waterfalls out. So anyway, I shot this picture with my Sony 35 millimeter, and I wanted to clean it up a little bit. I wanted to give it a little bit more pizzazz. So to do that, I decided I'm going to use what I call selective coloring. And you can use this on any photograph that you can think of. It's just really easy and really slick way to make a photo pop. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is duplicate our background image. We're going to do that by hitting Command J on a Mac or Control J on your Windows PC. Once you do that, you have layer 1 and then you have the background layer. We're going to leave it sitting just like that. We're going to go over to Enhance. And we are going to go down. We're going to look for Adjust Color. And we're going to remove the color. Okay, that'll remove all the coloring from the picture. And there you go. So you see it makes everything grayscale or black and white or however you want to say that. Now, I am using a Wacom board or a Wacom board and a pen for this. I find it to be easier than using a mouse. But by all means, you can use a mouse too. It's not a problem at all. The next thing we're going to do here to start bringing out the selective coloring is we are going to use a layer mask. So up on the right hand side of your editor, right above the layer tab, you're going to just hover over it. There's a helper text. It says add layer mask. I'm going to add layer mask. Now when you add a layer mask, anything you paint with black. So if we paint with black, it will reveal what's underneath. If you flip this and you paint with white, it will hide anything that's underneath. Let me give you a quick demonstration of that. So let's just say we're up here on these trees, up on top, above the waterfall. Okay, I'm going to raise my brush up by using my right bracket key on the keyboard. And let's say I get up here and I make a mistake. Some coloring, I'm bringing out some color, and oops, man, I didn't want that to happen. So if I go over here, and I flip my color palette, and now I paint with white, you can see I can just hide that again. That's how that works. So if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. It's okay. You can clean it up. You don't have to start over. Let's go back, and we're going to flip this back to black. We can also use our letter X key. You can see the letter X key on your keyboard. So if I'm up here, I could just use my letter X key and flip back and forth. So to start the selective coloring out, all you're going to do is start pulling out whatever you want to show in color and leave whatever else in the background or in the foreground as grayscale. So let's go ahead and start that. We're going to go to the top here, and I'm just going to start using my pen. Like I said, you can use your mouse. Here, I'll use a mouse for it. I'm using a mouse. Just clicking my mouse around. So I just choose to use a pen because I have one. If you want a Wacom tablet, I would suggest, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, check on eBay. There's a lot of times there's some really good deals on eBay. People buy new ones. They sell their old ones off. And this one is very old. So I want those trees up here showing. So there you go. So I just colored over those with black. I'm moving my mouse. I'm going to move down to the trees down here in the bottom. I'm going to start bringing those out. So I'll just start bringing those up here. And all you got to do is just go over these. You can play here my pen hitting the tablet here. All right, so just go over the trees. And just like so. And if you didn't want to say you didn't want those trees there to come out, just leave them like they are. You don't have to bring them all out. Now, if you don't see something, you're like, well, I thought there was some trees over here on the right, but I don't see those. I don't know where those are at. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up and use the little eye icon on top on my layer 1 and just uncheck that for a minute. now I can see what is underneath here. Oh yeah, there is some green over here. All right. So let's turn it back on. We're just going to go over that area. Bring out some of that green. The green foliage in this little canyon here. There's some over here on the side. Bring that out. And there was also some over on this side. We can bring that up. Okay. Actually, we'll bring all that. I like having my foreground come up and drop in the, sometimes I drop the subject into the background. I don't know if you do that or not, but you could either have your subject in the foreground or the background. And for this tutorial, we're going to have our waterfall more in the background. Right up here on the top, if I click off that eye again, over here on the right, I can see that there is some foliage here, and there is some foliage over on the left. So I'm going to click that back on, and I'm going to go back over this foliage here, up here on the top. I like doing this edit. I once watched I looked at somebody's wedding pictures and they overdid it. So, you know, weddings are real nice because you get the bouquet of flowers, you can get the rings, maybe if you take the picture of the ceremonial rings, and you could do this on it. But don't overdo it for a client. Something like this on a landscape, it just makes it kind of pop, I think. It makes it more interesting. I am going to bring out these trees down here because, like I said, I like to bring out the foreground and drop my main subject being the waterfall into the background. So I'm going to bring these trees out just because I kind of like it. And it is very, very much a, let's see, is there any trees on the bottom there? Yeah, there is. There's trees down here too. So there's stuff down here we can bring up. It's very much, you know, to your taste. You don't have to bring it all up. You can bring some up. It's totally up to you. What I also like to do is I'm going to go right over the waterfall just in case it grayscaled it at all and try to bring that up a little bit. Just like so. Okay. Right in the middle here. All right. And the reason I did that is just because I know it's more of a white color, but I didn't want to be dingy with that grayscale over top of it. I wanted the water to be popping. So here you go. Here's our original photograph. I'm going to turn off the top layer. That's what we started with. And then if you turn it back on, you can see what we ended up with. So look at the yellowing in the rock so you can see that, oh yeah, the grayscale did make a difference. Watch, check it out. There you go. Okay, there's off. I mean, there's our edit on. There's our edit off. Okay. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this short tutorial on selective coloring. I love doing this edit. You may see some more of these from me in the future. So until then, remember to give this video a big old thumbs up. I do appreciate that. As well as tell all your friends about Jack's Photo and Tech. I've been doing Photoshop Elements editing and photography work for several years now. So trying to get the channel rejuvenized and get you folks some more great content. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Until then, keep your shutters clicking, keep your editors editing, and I'll see you back here very soon on Jack's Photo and Tech. Bye for now, everybody.